All of the popular EV stocks in the market has had a solid decline since their peak in late January. Speaking of Tesla, of course, at $900 per share in January, and now it's around $620. And you have NIO being over $60, it's now roughly over $40, and Xpeng was all the way up to like almost $80, and now I think it's like right above $30 per share. But now the last few days has been really good for these companies. Last week and a few days now has been really green, and they've gained some of the losses they've had. And I do think that these green days are going to continue throughout the summer. A lot of more green days coming for these stocks, especially throughout the summer, and I'll explain to you why in this video. Hey guys, and welcome back to Risky Freedom. I know it's been a while, I've had a lot of stuff going on lately, but now I had the time to make a video, so of course I'm gonna spend that time to make a video for you guys here on YouTube. Anyway, life is good, the summer is here, it's really warm here in Norway, in Bergen, and I am really excited for the summer and what's going to happen in the stock market. If you do like this kind of content, make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. I really do appreciate it. Now, without wasting any more time, let's get right into the video. So an article on Yahoo Finance from Oilprice.com says that EV stocks and EV prices are going to soar this summer, or that EV stocks are poised to explode this summer. You know, this really caught my attention, and maybe if you've seen this article as well, maybe it caught your attention as well. And I'm going to read something from the start of the article. So it says that hundreds of billions of private dollars are being poured into the EV industry, and that's on top of Biden's $174 billion subsidies and charging stations. There is no stopping the surge. Now, I do think that I can speak for everyone who's watching this that EVs are not going anywhere at all. I mean, that's kind of obvious, of course. EVs are here to stay, and that's the future for cars. Technology is just getting more and more developed and more complex, and yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. It's the future. As from the article, GM, General Motors, are fueling $27 billion into EVs the next 5 years. And Ford is also doubling their investment in EVs with $22 billion. And even Amazon, which is the biggest e-commerce company, poured $700 million into the startup company Rivian. And you have Tesla, of course, with a shocking earnings report earlier this year. They just doubled the car deliveries and everything. It's just booming. Now, something really fun to look at is the percentage of EV stocks, of course, from when things started to get like really popular and things started to spike. And now you have this company called Blink Charging. I believe this is like charging systems for electric vehicles, and this company has gained over 1,500%. The Chinese EV company NIO has gained over 650%. And General Motors also had a huge increase of 94%. You know, the forecast for the EV market looks extremely solid. Predictions are around 11 million to 19 million units a year by 2030, which is a lot of vehicles per year. And personally, I do think that we're going to have more than that. The way that this EV market is evolving this rapidly, I do think that we're going to see over 20 million vehicles a year by 2030. Maybe even close to 25 million, who knows? You know, you also have this chip shortage problem that every EV company is going through, and Apple and Samsung and all these phone companies and tech companies as well. You know, in fact, earlier when Tesla released their 500,000 vehicle deliveries for 2020, I was really surprised that I actually managed to get it to 500,000 or to reach 500,000, because the chip shortage had already started and people were not believing that this would happen. Maybe they're not going to manage to deliver 500,000, but they did. Your deliveries from Li and NIO and Xpeng has already arrived, and I've seen that NIO has doubled their sales, Xpeng has doubled, and Li has been doing really well as well. So this chip shortage is, of course, something that a lot of companies are going to struggle with for a while. If this shortage becomes a huge problem and the demand for EVs are really high, as they are, of course, but it only gets higher. And if this is a huge contrast, you know, the deliveries may not incline as much as we probably would see if this chip shortage keeps getting worse. We might have a year or two where sales and deliveries don't rise like crazy like they've done the last few years, but you never know. Personally, I'm not that really updated about the chip shortage. I don't know a whole lot about it as of now, but it definitely has been a problem and still is a problem for a lot of companies. But long-term perspective, EV market is going to increase a lot, and I do see a lot of good things happening. The demand for electric vehicles has never been higher, and it still continues to rise. If you're considering to invest in the EV market and in EV stocks, if you read about a company and really believe what they're doing is going to do well for the world the next 10, 20 years, it's probably a really good decision to invest in that company. You should always invest in companies you know are doing something really good for the world, something that's going to change the world for the better, and invest in companies that you really understand. Anyway, it's going to be really interesting to see how this chip shortage develops and how the EV market develops and deliveries and sales and revenue and the growth for all these companies. Remember to leave a comment down below your thoughts about the EV market and all these companies that are growing so rapidly. I really like to know, and I read all of your comments. Now that is it for this video. I hope it was not too short, but thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you like this video, smash that like button and consider subscribing as well. Really do appreciate it. And when it comes to investing, remember to do your own research and act on what you think is going to work out and your feeling. And remember also, don't invest any more money than you can afford to lose. Now that is it for this video. Thank you again so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. This is Risky Freedom. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.